Looking good. Cool. Okay. Is it 11? It's 2 minutes till. Don't wait for me. All right. Will you be able to see me back here? Yeah, you can see me back here. I'm a bit early, really, aren't I? Oh, there's no harm in being early. Water, I need water. Maybe that should be like so. Oops. Then you won't see me back here. Okay, we're gonna get going. Yeah. Ah, dear. Good morning, my loves, or whenever you're watching this. Good morrow, as they say in Sweden. Karen, you might be watching. When you're ready, we'll find ourselves in whatever comfortable position works for you. I'm going to start seated. I'm going to sit up on a cushion to help to elevate my hips. You can start in child's pose, you can start lying down, whatever works best for you. I would make sure that you've got a cushion or two handy. We'll need those for some of our stretches later on. And then whenever you feel like you're ready to close down those eyes, please go ahead and close them. As we begin our level 1 practice, level 1 being more beginner friendly, we take the first few moments to check in with our physical bodies, noticing how they're feeling today, perhaps any areas of tightness, of tension, belly, neck, jaw, forehead. And then after checking in with our physical bodies, notice how your minds, your mental states are today. Your energy levels. Are you tired? Are you full of beans? Are you somewhere in between? And then finally, your emotional state. How are you feeling emotionally today? We were fortunate enough to experience a full moon last night, this morning. Now, these full moons can affect us, can perhaps make us feel a little weird, tired, frustrated, icky. And that's besides what else was going on in the world. Put the two together and you might have had quite the last 24, 48 hours. Yourself on your mat with compassion for however your experience is going thus far. We're so quick to judge ourselves harshly, to be our own worst critic, to get frustrated with ourselves if we aren't performing as well as we could. What would it be like if we met ourselves with the same compassion that we would have for our best friend or a parent or a daughter, a son? How would we talk to ourselves? How would we talk to those people? How would we treat those people? So maybe for this morning's practice, maybe for today, you can treat yourself, you can talk to yourself as you would your mum, your best friend, your daughter, whoever works for you. Now, with all of that in mind, in just a moment, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together, deep releasing breaths, nothing too fancy, too complicated. And as you do so, you will inhale the good and exhale out the bad, so to speak. When you're ready, take a deep breath in through the nostrils, inhale the good. Open the mouth, let it go, let the bad out. 2 more like that. Take a deep breath in, inhale the good. Open the mouth, let it go, exhale the bad. Last full breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. With that exact same breath, we're going to add just a smidge of movement in. Hands currently on your thighs. In a moment, as we inhale, we're going to slide the hands to the knees as we roll the shoulders back, arch the spine. I know you're limited on movement in this position. And the chin's going to come right up to stretch out the throat. And then as you exhale, hands are going to slide to your knees, rounding off the back, chin to the chest. We go again. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, arch the spine, chin up. And exhale, chin to chest, rounding off the back. 2 more like that. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, arch the spine, chin up. Exhale, chin to chest, round off the back. Come back into a neutral spine. Sarah's just texting me asking me if I'm going live. Hopefully you guys can see me. Once you're back in a neutral spine, roll the shoulders all the way back behind you. 2 more like that. Roll the shoulders all the way back behind you. Last one, all the way back behind you. And then we go forward. Roll those shoulders forward. Roll those shoulders forward. Roll those shoulders forward. Come back into your neutral, tall, beautiful spine. If the eyes have managed to peep open, close down those eyes. Focus on how your natural breath returns. What sort of pace are you working with this morning? What sort of depth are you working with this morning? Speed. And finally, my loves, So simple. So cliche, to be honest with you, but it's really worked for me today. With everything going on in the world, the one I've been drawn to is simply, it is what it is. And by saying that to myself this morning, it's really helped me to realize that I cannot control the uncontrollable. I feel the most positive and the most sort of uplifted that I have throughout this. So you can borrow that one. Might work for you, it might resonate with you, or if it's simply too cliche, I understand. Set your own mantra now. And then gently blink open the eyes. Good morning, my loves. If you see me kind of move around or use my phone just then, there was a couple of connection issues, so I wasn't doing anything else except making sure that I am on. But I know for a fact I am, because I can see a couple of you have joined. Okay, let's get into our movement portion of our practice. Take the right arm, and don't worry if you get messed up, because we'll be doing both sides. Take your right arm underneath your left, either once or twice. And if this isn't working for you, try taking the hands across the shoulders instead. You might be really kind of tight there. Then reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, your gaze follows, look up, chin comes up. And then elbows in, round off the back, chin to chest. Got two more like that. Elbows come up, gaze is up. Elbows come in, chin to chest. Last one, we come all the way up, tilting the head back, stretching the throat. And then the elbows come in, rounding off chin to chest. Feel that beautiful stretch across the shoulders. If you're tight in the neck like I am, it might feel like a really nice stretch in the back of the neck. And then come back up into your neutral spine. From here, unravel the arms, reach the arms up, overhead, palms touch, gazes up. Bring those hands back down, prayer position, heart center, the other side, whichever side you haven't done. So for me, left arm underneath the right once, twice, or hands across those shoulders. And then the fingertips reach up, your gaze follows up to those fingers, feel that stretch. And elbows hug in, chin to chest, rounding off the back. Two more, we go up. And we come back down, really round off the back, make it exaggerated. Last one, we go up. And we come back down, feel that stretch. Right, let's hold this one, hold it. Come back into your neutral spine, unravel those arms, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch, gazes up. Right hand on the floor next to you, left arm sweeps across. Side body stretch from the armpit all the way down to the hip. So keeping both sit bones on your cushion, your mat, whatever you're working with today, see if you can reach so far over that you practically touch the other side of the screen. Take a breath in, find length. Reach, reach, reach as you breathe out. Come all the way up. Left hand down, right arm sweeps across. And again, try and touch the other side of your screen. Couple of breaths here. Hope you're all doing well during this period of time. You can always message me on Instagram or Facebook if you ever want to chat about anything, share anything. I miss you guys. Come all the way up, interlace the fingers in front of you, push the palms away from you, drop the chin to the chest, rounding off the back. Feel the shoulders drop away from the ears and feel that gorgeous stretch across the actual shoulder blades. Keep pushing the palms away from you. And then reach those arms overhead. Have a little soft bend to the elbows. Use the hands, interlacing those fingers still onto the back of your head. Draw the elbows in towards each other. Drop the chin to the chest, rounding off the back. Pull a little deeper. You're in control. If it's too much, back away. If it's not enough, come in deeper. Couple of breaths left here. Notice how nice it is to slow down, to unravel your body. Last breath. To hold stretches. Release the hands to the lap. Bring the head up to neutral. Reach the arms up overhead. Palms touch, gazes up. Bring the hands down. Prayer position, the heart center. 2 more like that. Getting those shoulders open. Reach up. Bring them back down. That's last one. Reach those arms all the way to the top. Bring those hands back down. Beautiful. Let's find our way into a tabletop position, getting rid of your cushion if you're sitting on one like me, or your block. Just have a little sip of water. Okay, I haven't heard back from Sarah, so I think we're all good. I think the connection issue has been solved. Now, once you're in your tabletop position, I'm going to bring you just a smidge closer to me. Just a smidge. Hands shoulder width apart. Fingers spread nice and wide. Knees hip distance apart. Extend the right leg back behind you. Right leg back behind you. Right toes are flexed. Right knee, right elbow. Drag it in, tap. Send it back behind you. Just 2 more like that, my loves. Elbow to knee. Send it back. Last one, elbow to knee. Send it back. Bend the right knee, so you've got a good angle going on. We're going to pulse up to the ceiling for 10. It's tiny, it's subtle. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to the forehead, round off the back. Extend the right leg back behind you. Chin comes up, arch the spine. 2 more like that. Right knee hugs in. Extend it back behind you, chin up. Last one, hug the right knee in. Extend the right leg back behind you, keep it there. Elbows in, chest and chin, lower halfway to the mat. Pause. Press back up. 2 more, we lower halfway down. Press back up. Last one, lower down as low as you can go. Feel the body shaking and responding. Push back up. Neutral tabletop position. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, arch the spine, chin up. Chin to chest, rounding off the back. 2 more. Roll the shoulders back, arch the spine, chin up. Chin to chest, rounding off the back. Last one, rolling those shoulders back, arching the spine, chin up. And chin to chest. Hold, hold, hold. Keep pushing the mat away with your hands. Feel the knees glued onto the mat. Back into your neutral spine. Left leg extends back behind you. Left leg extends back behind you. Flex that left foot. We go left knee, left elbow. You can do this in plank, centered back if you want a stronger practice. 2 more. Knee to elbow. Send it back. Last one, knee to elbow. Send it back. Bend the left knee. Keep that left foot flexed. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to the forehead, round off the back. Send it back behind you, arch the spine, chin up. 2 more, pull it in. Extend. Mount. Press back up. Try and go a little further than last time. We lower down. Press back up. Last one, lower down. Press back up. Neutral tabletop position. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Arch the spine, chin up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding off the back. 2 more. Cow. Cat. Cow, feel free to close down the eyes, get into your breath. Exhale for cats. Last one. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Come back into your neutral spine. From here, tuck the toes, press the hands against the mat, hover the knees just off the mat, any amount, belly in, pop them back down. We've got 9 more like that. We go 9, 8. This is 7, 6, 5, 4. This is 3, 2. Hold 1. Downward facing dog. Shift the weight back. Come into your upside down shape. Pedal out the legs as soon as you arrive. Shift the weight side to side. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Roll the ankles around a little bit. Get the creaks and cracks out of the joints. Bend the knees deeply. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees. Do whatever you want to do here. Just to get a little comfy in this shape, in this odd shape. Now, your alternative to downward facing dog at any point is tabletop. And at any stage, you can drop into child's pose. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Come on back. Soften the knees. Take a halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend the left knee. Straighten the right leg. Left fingertips down or left hand down. Right hand reaches up. If that's too much of a struggle, grab your cushion. You can have your cushion underneath your left hand. Right fingertips reach up, lock up to that right hand. And we switch. Right hand down, left hand high. Bend that right knee. Straighten the left leg. Reach up. And switch just once more. This time wrapping the right arm behind the back and tucking it in towards the left thigh and taking your left hand around that right ankle. As you inhale, find length. Crown of your head reaches to the top of your mat. As you exhale, twist around. Look up to the ceiling. Last one. Unravel. Switch sides. Left hand reaches up, left leg straightens. Wrap the left arm behind the back, tuck it in. Take the right hand around the left ankle. As you inhale, find length, crown of the head reaches to the top. As you exhale, twist your chest and shoulders towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Unravel, release the hands to the mat. Take a halfway lift, find length in the back body. Take the hands behind the back, and as you exhale, forward fold, reaching the fists overhead, softness to the knees. And then bend the left knee, drop the left shoulder down, straighten the right leg. Feel that stretch in the back of the right leg. Switch. One more each side, my loves. Bend the left knee, left shoulder drops. And switch. Release the hands to the mat, let the arms dangle, keep the chin tucked in. Press into the feet. Slowly roll up your spine. Please take your time. We are in no rush. Once the chin has come up, keep the feet hip distance apart and roll the shoulders all the way back behind you. 2 more like that. Let's exaggerate a little bit. Bend the knees, roll the shoulders all the way back behind you. 1 more. Bend the knees, roll those shoulders all the way back. Hip distance apart. Bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Now I'll show you from the side. We want the weight to be shifting back into the heels to the point where all 10 toes can come off the mat. Spread those toes wide, reach those arms up. Now, if I'm not kind of keeping in control of my belly puffs out and there's an arch to my spine. It's subtle, but it's significant. If I squeeze my belly in, then I get that tilt of the pelvis and I get the flat spine, which is what you're after. Then bring the hands into prayer. Right knee draws up towards your chest, right foot is flexed, but stay bent in the left leg. So you're kind of crouching, hovering in this weird kind of shape. And then straighten the left leg, right knee is up to hip height, flex that right foot. And then bend the left knee again, so you're back in your crouch, like you're about to pounce. Wrap the right leg around the left once or twice. Take the arms out into a beautiful, graceful T shape. Then take the right arm underneath the left once or twice, or remember, hands across those shoulders. Stay low in the legs and the lower body, belly in, but can you reach the fingertips further up towards the ceiling? Two more. Last one. Keep the arms as they are. Straighten your left leg, unravel the right. Right knee comes back up to hip height, flex that right foot. Place the right leg down, shift the weight from heel to heel. Chances are that left leg's a little bit grumpy, it might be burning by now. Then reach the fingertips up, chin comes up, push the hips forward, a gentle baby back bend here. Straighten up, unravel the arms, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch, gazes up. Dive yourself forward, come on down. Take a halfway lift, stretch it out. Forward fold, tuck it back in. Rise up, reach up, sweep the arms all the way to the top, palms touch, gazes up. Bring those hands down, prayer position, heart, center. Now, bring that left knee. Actually, don't take the left knee anywhere. Sink yourself back into Utkatasana, your seated chair pose. So, different view this time I'm face on. But there's still that deep bend in the knees. The weight is still shifting back into the heels. Belly is in, tilt that pelvis. Arms are reaching up and down. Shoulders might be relaxed away from the ears. And then take the hands into prayer. So remember to stay low. Try not to bounce up and down like a yo-yo. Shift the weight into the right leg. Draw the left knee up towards you. Oh, feel that. What's happening with the right ankle, right knee, right hip? Experience it. And then straighten that right leg as the left knee comes up towards hip height. Left foot is flexed. Rebend that right knee. Come back down. Wrap the left around the right once or twice. Take the arms out into a graceful T. Left arm underneath the right once or twice. Fingertips reach up. Stay low. Two more breaths here. Last one. Keep the arms as they are. Unravel the left leg. Left knee back up to hip height. Flex the left foot. Left foot pops down. Pedal out the legs. Shift the weight heel to heel. Then, keeping the arms as they are, reach the fingertips up. Chin comes up. Push the hips forward. Tilt back. And then straighten up. As you do, unravel those arms. Arms reach up. Dive forward. Come on down. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Just one more like this. Rise up, reach up, sweep the arms up all the way to the top. Bend and fold. Come on down. Take your halfway lift. Forward fold. This time take a hold of opposing elbows. Let the head hang heavy. Ragdoll. So take a hold of opposing elbows. Let the head hang heavy for ragdoll. I'm just going to get a sip of water. Not a complaint, guys, but teaching whilst demonstrating everything is actually really tough. But my God, first world problems. Okay, once you've had a moment here to restore yourselves, head heavy, maybe a little sway side to side in your right dog, so you're still folded in half here. And then release those hands to the mat. Take just one halfway lift and use that halfway lift to walk your way out into a high plank position. I'll meet you there, high plank position. Option to drop to the knees at any point. This is your practice, not mine. You're in high plank. We're going to intensify what we did at the beginning by hovering the right toes. Right knee, right elbow. Send it back. 2 more. Tap. Back. Tap. Back. Last one. Tap. Back. Drop the knees. Untuck the toes. Elbows in. Chest and chin lower with control. Little baby cobra. Lift your hands off your mat. Press the tops of the feet down. Hands come back down. Wiggle the knees nice and wide as you press all the way back into child's pose. Make this an active child's pose by reaching those fingers far forward to the very top of your mat. Knees are so wide, so you're stretching the inner thighs, stretching the hips. Forehead is connecting to your mat. If that's not possible, maybe it's connecting to your cushion. Maybe it's just hovering in the air. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. Downward facing dog, my loves. Downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, the right foot comes high to the sky. So again, we're going to build on what we've just done. Right knee, right elbow, shifting the body weight forward. Option to take flight if you're more level 2, level 3, and shoot it back up. Right knee, left elbow, option to twist or turn it into fallen star, holding for 3, 2, 1, 3-legged dog, shoot it back up. Right heel to the booty. Feel that right hip heel open in your downward facing dog. Again, if you want to go further, you can flip your dog or you can take wild thing. Either way, we're holding for 3, 2, 1. Right knee to the forehead, everyone. Tap the right knee onto the mat, pull it back up to the forehead. Look in between the hands, step the right foot through. Reach up, rise up, high lunge, crescent lunge. Bending that front knee nice and deep. Right foot is glued to the mat. Arms are reaching up. Now we're going to try and, I'm going to demonstrate this first because I want kind of two actions but one smooth movement. So in a moment you're going to join me. You'll launch off the back foot, bringing the left knee up to hip height. Right hand will come across to that left knee as the left arm reaches back behind you. So let's try that together. From your high lunge, come on up. Right hand to the left knee, left fingertips back behind you. Level 2 option is to take the outer blade of that left foot and extend that foot out in front of you. If you've got the knee, please make sure that left foot is flexed. Your gaze is beyond the left fingertips. Feel that left shoulder drop away from you. You may need to glance towards your screen for this one. We're stepping straight back into goddess pose. Step the left foot out, turn the toes out, drop down into your goddess pose. So toes out, heels are in, booty's coming low, belly's in. Feel that stretch on the inner thighs. There's a bend in the elbows, thumbs and index fingers are touching. Breathe. That's all you need to do here. Challenge yourself with your depth. But besides that, this is all you need to do. Come on in, nice and deep. Bring the right heel off the mat. Place it back down. Bring the left heel off the mat. Place it back down. Could you bring both heels off the mat whilst maintaining your depth? Place them back down. Straighten the legs, sweep the arms up, overhead, palms touch, gazes up. Bend the left knee, sink down into that left knee, Skandasana, strong right fingertips high. It's truly up to you. Either way, we're holding here. Last breath. Fingertips down, walk your way into a simple twist. Walking your way to your right foot, left hand down, right hand reaches high. Your simple twist. Now, this pose might be challenging enough for you, in which case, stay exactly as you are in your simple twist. If you want more, get strong in the left arm, feel that energy shoot through the palm of the left hand, connecting to your mat. Pivot all 10 toes to the right side of your room. Slide into side plank, Vinyasa, right leg sliding on top of the left. And taking any variation that works for you. So you might hover that top leg. Holding for 3. Maybe a cheeky little wild thing if you want it. Why not? For 2. 1. High plank is where we all meet, and the flow is where we're heading to. So you might stick with knees, chest, chin, baby cobra, child's pose, or you might now progress into your chaturanga, your upward facing, your downward facing. World is your oyster, kind of. Otherwise, you might miss the flow out altogether and settle into cat-cow or child's pose. You have 5 breaths. 5 breaths. So you can hang out in child's pose, you can quickly lie down, you can grab a sip of water, whatever works. If you want something more challenging, stay in downward facing dog, but carefully lower onto the forearms and elbows for your dolphin plank. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to count the breaths. Two more. Last one, inhale the good. Exhale the bad. Take your time to find your way back into your downward facing dog. No rush to get there. Once you are there, your left foot comes high to the sky. Left knee, left elbow, holding it here for just a brief moment. Again, option to take flight if that's where you're going. And then shoot it back up, left knee, right elbow. It's a twist or fallen start. Either way, we are holding for 3, 2, 1. 3-legged dog, shooting that left leg back up, left heel to the booty. So you're in downward facing, left legs up, left heel to the booty. Again, you can flip. You can take wild thing, otherwise you're holding the heel to the booty for 3, 2, 1. Left knee now to the forehead. Everyone hold. Tap the left knee onto the mat, drag it back up to the forehead, look in between the hands. Step the left foot through, reach up, rise up into your high lunge, your crescent lunge. And I'll meet you there. Good, excellent. Beautiful. So from your crescent lunge, now I won't demonstrate this time because we're all on the same page, we know where we're going. In a moment, we're going to draw that right knee up to hip height, keeping that right foot flexed as the left hand reaches across to the right knee and the right hand reaches back behind us. Let's go for it. Draw the right knee up to hip height, left hand to the right knee, flex that foot, right arm reaches back behind us. Use the left hand pressing against the right knee to twist even deeper. Use the right fingertips to reach towards the back of your room to get that good stretching. Goddess pose. Step your way back into your goddess pose. Take as much time as you need. Now again, if I've got my soft belly going on, I've got an arch in my spine. If I squeeze the belly in, I get that tilt of the pelvis, deep bend in the knees, booty can come low, toes are turned out, heels are in, and my natural tendency is to be forward. Can you straighten up that spine? Thumbs and index fingers touching here in your gorgeous goddess pose. From here, right heel off the mat, pop it back down, left heel off the mat, stay in control, pop it back down, both heels off the mat, pop them back down, straighten the legs, reach the arms all the way to the top, Skandasana, bend the right knee, straighten your left leg, flex the left toes, do whatever you feel like with the hands. Catch your breath. If you're finding this as challenging as I am, use the breath to help you stay in this pose. And let's get out of it. Hands come down, walk your way into simple twist. Right hand down, left hand reaches up to the ceiling here. Feel that gorgeous opening across the chest, across the shoulders. And again, please feel free to stay here. This might be challenging enough for you today. If you want more, set up for side plank, getting strong in the right hand and the right arm, pressing them into the mat, pivot all 10 toes, slide your left leg on top of the right, and then choose a variation. So for instance, you might drop the right knee. You might hover the left leg. You might fit in a teeny little wild thing. Either way, we are holding for 3, 2, or 1. High plank and into your flow, whatever that means to you. I'll meet you back in your downward facing dog. Once you get there, you've got 5 breaths to yourself, so you can play around. If you want to play around with crow, or if you want to play around with dolphin plank and raising one leg after the other, go for it. My loves, we've got 3 more breaths left. Just taking it nice and slow, nice and easy. This is just like a joyful Thursday morning stretch and unravel. Little bit of body shaking during some of these longer holding poses. And then from here, shift the weight over into your high plank position. Within your high plank, come down onto the forearms and elbows for your forearm plank. Remember, you can drop the knees at any point. Holding here, feeling the body shake, feeling the body respond. Can you come back up onto the hands for your high plank? Then, right knee, right elbow, send it back. Left knee, left elbow, send it back. Hover the right toes, put them back down, hover the left toes, pop them back down. Right hand to the left shoulder, pop it back down. Left hand to the right shoulder, pop it back down. Last one, forearms onto the hands. And what you do, once you're back into your downward facing dog, walk the hands back towards the feet, zigzag the feet as wide as the mat, turning the tootsies out, and sink down into Malasana, your yogi squat. I love this one to stretch the inner thighs. There's not many classes that I don't put it in. I just love this stretch so much. So hands in prayer, pushing against one another. This is awful. You can sit up on your cushion. Use the backs of the arms to push those knees apart, lengthen the spine. And breathe here. Now we've got about 4 more breaths left here before we move on to some deeper stretches. Should anyone have crow in their practice and feel like they want to take a little bit of flight today, go ahead, play with crow. You can transition into another flow if you want to. Otherwise, staying with me here. 2 more full rounds of breath. Keep pushing those knees apart. Keep lengthening the spine. 1 more breath in. Inhale the good. Exhale the bad. Hands come behind the booty. Stretch those legs out in front of you. Give them a little pedal. I'm going to bring you a little bit closer to me. Stay where you are. There we go. Okay, this is where you may well need 1 to 3 cushions, depending on each individual. For this one, I like to sit up on a cushion, just a little bit, just a little cushion. And then take the legs nice and wide. Get those legs nice and wide, flexing the toes towards your face. I'm going to use 2 cushions in front of me. You might just want 1, you might need more than that, you might not want any at all. Toes are flexed, legs are nice and straight. There could be a softness to the knees, that depends on you. Straighten up and starting to walk your way forward. So you might come onto the hands, feel that weight shifting forward. And you might feel like this is enough for you today. In which case, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you could either walk the hands further forward, or you could come onto the forearms and elbows. And if you want a little more, then you could drop an ear onto your stack of cushions. Now, I'm setting the timer for this one. Timer has started. I'll let you know when you're halfway through. A little deeper. Sometimes it takes a few moments for the body to adjust to these poses and for the breath to help us in these poses. You're halfway through, my love, so you might either switch ears or try coming in a little deeper. Up to you. Remembering again and bring that compassion to your body, to your mat. Last full inhale. Stay for your exhale. Walk the hands back in towards you. Pop your cushions off to the side. Help your legs here. Give them a helping hand. Grab a hold of the thighs and then help the legs close in. Oh, I feel so sticky. Pedal out the legs. Releasing whatever you've got going on there. Might feel around you. So you've got a stack of cushions. This is going to be for your head. Then, I'll show you from the front first. We're bringing the soles of the feet to touch, knees coming out. So you've got this kind of diamond shape going on. Soles of the feet to touch, knees coming down towards the mat, and start to walk your way back. And if you can, make your way back onto your cushions. Just move the cushions as you need to be able to get your head resting back there. Isn't this lovely? And then once you're down, wiggle the feet even closer, as close as you can, towards your groin. Arms can be alongside you, palms flipping up to face the ceiling. Or if you want to connect to yourself a little bit more, hands can be on the belly, following your breath. Stay where you are. I'm going to come closer to the camera so I can chat to you. Have a little chin wag in this pose. Once you're nice and comfy, close down the eyes. If you've got your eye mask handy, you could even pop your eye mask across your face. I'll set the timer. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Oh, such a nice stretch. Following on from the ones we've been doing, such a nice stretch for the hips, the inner thighs, nice and juicy. But with the cushions there, you've got a little bit of a supported baby back bend going on. Basically, you've got this opportunity to open up the chest and the shoulders. So do let those shoulders get really heavy. Arms relaxing alongside you or on you. And if the hands are on your body, allow the hand to follow your breath. So as you inhale, feel the skin, the body pressing gently against the hand. And as you exhale, feel that softening, that heaviness of your beautiful bodies. You've got 1 minute left here. As you inhale, feel that breath traveling up the hips, the belly, the chest. As you exhale, feel all of that air come out of you. We inhale the good. We exhale the bad. When I say bad, I mean like maybe any stickiness, tiredness, impatience, frustration. Last 10 seconds here. Breaths you could squeeze in there. Then, just as we did before, be really cautious with your legs. So take the hands onto the thighs and help the knees close up towards one another. Zigzag the feet as wide as the mat and drop the knees left to right a few times. This is like our little thank you to our hips for complying with us. And then roll off to one side and use one of your arms to push the cushions out of your way, push them out of the way, and return back onto your back. So you're now lying down on your back. Bend the knees, soles of the feet flat on the mat. Drop both knees over to the left and take the arms out into a big T. So this is our twist this morning. If you want to add on, go ahead and add on. If you're not sure how to add on, but you're interested, place the left foot on top of the right thigh. So if both knees are over to the left foot comes and sits on top of the right thigh to drag that right knee down closer to the mat. One more breath here. Lift those knees back up to center. Reset if you need to, and then drop them over to the right. Arms still out into that big, lovely T to get that stretch across the arms, the chest, the shoulders. And again, if you did want to add on, you're not too sure how to do it, place the right foot on top of the left thigh. Couple of breaths left here, not even long. Lift those knees back up and finish off in good old happy baby. Ananda Balasana. Take a deep wide bend at both knees. Try and get the knees up into the armpits. Wrap the hands around the outer blades of your feet. Feet look as if they're about to stamp the ceiling. And then you get that little push-pull situation going on where the feet want to reach up, but your hands won't allow them to do so. And if there's anything else you feel like doing here, do that now. So it might be drawing the knees into you, wrapping the arms around the shins. It might be rocking left to right or moving the knees, the ankles in circles. Anything else you want to do. And in the next few seconds, we'll meet in Shavasana. So if you want to pop a jumper, That actually sounds really good to me. If you want to pop a jumper on, if you want to pop a pair of socks on, have a sip of water. Otherwise, you're going to take your legs as wide as the mat, letting the feet flop out to either side of the room. Arms are away from the body, palms flip up to face the ceiling in this really open gesture. Any last little wiggles? And then just before you slip away into Shavasana, you'll inhale the good, exhale the bad. Eyelids are heavy. Face is relaxed. You just have a couple of minutes of stillness, of quietness. A couple of minutes of being here without feeling like you should be moving, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Just be here. And then imagine that this is the first time you've woken up this morning. Imagine you are waking up with purpose, with intent. Wiggle the fingertips and wiggle the toes, and maybe even pick up the hands and circle the wrists around. Maybe roll the feet in and out. Perhaps you roll the head from side to side. Maybe you reach the arms up overhead, stretching out from the fingertips to the toes, before rolling off to your preferred side, left or right. Spend as long as you want to on your side. But when you are ready, use the hands to ease yourself up into a seated position, eyes remaining closed if possible. Bring the hands together in prayer, palms pressing against one another. I always like to finish with gratitude. This morning is no different. This morning I am grateful for my breath, for each and every one of you who might be practicing along, for your breath. But your breath allowed you to wake up this morning. You are here. You are here for a purpose. And gratitude for our health. How lucky we are to be healthy, to be practicing together. Gratitude for our dedication, our commitment to rolling out our mat, to stepping onto our mat, for our physical and our mental well-being. For the final time this morning, take a deep breath in, inhale the good, Open the mouth, let the back float out. Bow the forehead to the fingertips. We humbly say, Namaste. Lift the head back up. Slowly open up the eyes. Again, take in the colors, the textures you can see. Perhaps noticing them in a different way today. Thank you so much for joining me, whatever time you might be joining me, this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Thank you. It is so lovely to still have you practicing with us, despite the physical distance. Any questions, thoughts, comments, anything you want to share, you can do so on Instagram, on Facebook. If you're not on Instagram already, follow me. My username is My Life in Leggings. I'd love to see you over there. Sharing any bits and bobs. I love to see positive stuff on there. Okay, my loves, I'm signing off. Lots of love.